And you didn't have any issues with the audio last week, right? You were good.
I can't even remember anymore.
Well, I ain't trying to open up any wounds, so
Right.
let's just,
Right.
let's just get on into
Suppress.
it.
Suppress for a reason.
Literally, like the second I upload it, I'm like, okay,
Gone.
I got a day or two to chill out and back to it.
Hey, community, here's what's brewing today.
Still gagging for Jazmine Sullivan.
Ask Yo AunTeas. Grow.
And our Black History Month highlight, Andrea Jenkins. So get your cups ready for Minoritea Report. Hello, hello, hello. How y'all doing today?
What's
hey,
up?
community.
Hey, community.
Hey, what up, community?
Hey, and again, we just got to shout out India, the country again. They be coming through with some of these lists. Every week I'm looking at these numbers. I'm like, India, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
I got a couple of follows. And I was like, at first, I'm not used to like getting like a bunch of follows at one time. And I'm like, I always think like, damn, someone trying to hack my profile. You know, like what's going on? I ain't posting, look at my hashtags, and all of a sudden I was like, oh yeah, that's right. They peeping us. I was like, okay,
India.
shout out. I was like,
it.
that's what's up.
So hey, India, let us know. Shoot us some DMs and everything. Let us know what y'all want to hear and things like that. I'm AunTea Jerrell, by the way. If you need to know our voices, I'm AunTea Jerrell.
Auntie Dewan.
And I'm AunTea Jerrell.
See.
I'm playing.
Yeah. He's over
The
here
quiet
doing
storm over there.
Right.
doing his Michael
Seattle.
B. Jordan, thinking he's Alexa.
Alexa, turn off the lights. Turn the lights on. That commercial.
Right,
Still.
right.
That was that's a cute commercial.
That is a
It
cute
was.
commercial.
I would buy me about 4, 5, 7,
Girl.
8, 9 Alexas.
Same here. And Alexa,
And
rub
post
my
that
feet.
Look.
Alexa, give me a back rub.
Alexa, punch that hole.
Ooh. Oh.
Okay,
yeah.
she did.
Okay.
Sorry.
Another level.
Sorry.
Not mad at
Another
it.
level.
Not mad at it at all.
Look, if it looked like that.
I'll take sloppy seconds on that. Me
Look.
next, Alexa. Me next.
More Ovaltine, please.
No lie. Yeah.
Yes.
Man, well, I guess speaking of the Super Bowl, y'all, what did y'all think of it? We'll start with the commercials first, and then we'll get into the performances. Was there any other commercial that stood out that you've seen over the last week?
I don't know if this was a Super Bowl commercial. I didn't. To tell you the truth, I didn't watch the Super Bowl. I didn't watch the halftime show. I didn't do anything of that. But I really liked the new Progressive commercial where Flo Cox blocks the girl in the laundromat. Have you seen this one?
I don't think so.
No, it's real cute because it's not where you think it's going. It's like this girl, she's in a laundromat. She's like in college or whatever. And she and her girlfriend are doing her laundry, and they're both white. And one girl sees this guy who's doing laundry, and he's real cute or whatever. And she wants to talk to him or whatever. And she's a little dorky looking, and he's, like, all right looking or whatever. And at any rate, the guy starts walking towards her, and meanwhile, she had talking to her girl, like, oh yeah, he's really cute. I don't even know what I would say to him, blah, blah, blah. And so as he's walking over, then all of a sudden Flo jumps in the middle of it, right in front of her. And then basically is talking to him about like insurance. And then she turns to the girl and she says, oh, hey girl, here's your retainer. She pulls it out of her pocket and throws it at her. And then that's the commercial.
No, I haven't seen that.
I
They've
can't.
love it. It's so cute.
They've kept that lady for a while. Like, that's
I
a good
love
ass
her.
gig.
I love her. I love her.
Whoever is their advertising team that's coming up with like all of these different storylines between like these like seemingly like nondescript characters, it's giving me life, and I love it.
I hear you.
I love her. I'm with you.
What about you guys?
I did not watch the Super Bowl, so I didn't see any commercials at all. I only know of the Alexa Michael B. Jordan one because it came out before the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I knew about that one. But the halftime performance was a snooze. It was a very much snooze for me. I think it was this news because I have such high hopes for the Weeknd because he is such a creative mind, and just musically and vocally, like he's really talented. And I think he was stifled by the NFL's regulations and it being a family program and show, etc. That he really couldn't give him. And I know that he had to put $7 million of his own money into it, but I
Right.
want to know
I'm
where these
like,
coins
where?
went. I'm trying to count these coins. Like,
Probably all 9,000 dudes that were on the field at the end. That's probably where it went.
look,
That was an
look,
interesting
it was for the
choice.
COVID test. That's what it was.
That's
It was
exactly
for
where
the
it went.
COVID test for people to be up in there. That's what it really was.
So
But
true.
I mean, I thought he missed the mark. I mean,
Yeah.
and some people like, oh well, it's COVID, it's COVID. I'm like, bitch, Temple was wide the fuck open. Okay. Like, I don't want to hear about, oh, it's COVID restrictions, yada 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 yada, where you have the whole fucking stadium just there. Okay, so miss me with that. Like,
And let's not forget that all last year we didn't had a gang of like performances, indoor and outdoor, that were the bomb,
Yeah.
even in the midst of COVID. So
Yeah, like I feel with the Weeknd, like it was fine. Like I've seen way worse, I've seen way better. So it was just there, which for a Super Bowl, you don't want just there. You know, you want a spectacle, you want it to be a memorable thing. I feel sometimes with the Super Bowl halftime performance, you almost need to have someone that's like a performer. Like it has to have like the dancers, it's got to have
show.
all of a show, because as much as I love the Weeknd's music and everything like that, all of his music is so, I mean, like Blinding Lights and I Can't Feel My Face, yes, they're up tempo and shit. But even when they were in this prime, it wasn't like a dance number. His videos were, he wasn't doing like a whole routine like we're doing like the Up and like the Cry Baby and stuff. So I find a lot of times those that don't have a dance number to go, come on, Megan. But you know, it's just like, if it's up, it's like I mean, if Cardi was, you know, so it's just like, that's the hard thing. And especially he was by himself, even though he had like the people behind him in the risers. Like, if you're gonna have that many people, I want to have a routine that be like, damn, I want to learn that routine. And he didn't do all that. So like, it just makes it like, oh, it's there. I could just listen to the songs and on Spotify or Tidal then at that point. Right. You know, it's just like, and at the end, he tried to make it a little grandiose with all those people. But even then, you're like, okay, let's like Get Out, or what's that movie?
Us.
Us. It's looking like Us and things like that. So it's just like, I kind of agree with you, Jerrell, that it kind of missed the mark. That
I like the Black Orchestra and the Black Choir. Like, I thought that was dope. I thought like hella dope to see like the Black ensemble, you know, like there at the beginning, you know, like the visuals were great, but then it was just like,
but then it didn't go nowhere.
No, it went nowhere. It went nowhere.
I mean, the internet was lit again. I mean, that's what I was happy about, the memes and everything.
The memes were kind of cute.
I was just about to say the memes. That's when they said trying to find the exit from IKEA, and it's him in that yellow room.
Bitch, so true. The internet be on it, man.
Oh,
the internet does not play.
Yeah.
So then, okay, so we're gonna give it kind of like a cold tea moment for the Weeknd. But okay, who do you want to start with, her or Jazmine? Let's do her because she came first. What do you think of God Bless America?
You know, honestly, I loved it. I lived for it. I like that she put her own rendition in it, and also that she just showed like Black versatility in that moment. You know, she didn't just get up there and show, oh, I'm a Black woman who, you know, have vocals. She's like, no, I'm a skilled Black performer. And she showed that we can be versatile. So I really, really, really like
Verse
that.
life, ow.
Ow, that's not for me. But ow. So that's my opinion. Duane, what you think?
I liked it. I don't know. I mean, I saw it after the fact.
Said it all.
It showed
you were like that auntie that was tired of that little kid. Cute little girl.
I don't know. I like a little like pizzazz with that performance, and I feel like, you know, it was great that she did like a slowed down kind of like R&B version of of it, but I don't know. I just didn't do anything for me.
No.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, like I feel
and I'll just give this
Uh-huh.
caveat, like I'm not like a lyricist, like musicalista, like I like what I like and I don't what I don't. And it don't have to have anything to do with anything like technical or whatever, because I don't listen for that. I'm just
Yeah.
listening to stuff that like, oh yeah, do I really like this?
Yeah.
And I just was like,
I wish in the YouTube video we could put the meme of "I said what I said"
right.
right next to that statement. That's
With the Nene looking at him. I liked it. Like it was almost like a Jimi Hendrix meets R&B vibe about it. And I just like her. And she's just a whole vibe for me. So like, but it is definitely one of those moments where like, if you want a lot of theatrics, she's not a theatrical person. She's like, I'm gonna show you I'm a skilled ass singer and a skilled ass musician, and you're gonna get into it. So I kind of see what you're saying there, Duane, but I was into it. I enjoyed her.
You know what I will say though, when we do when each of us kind of gives our opinion about a performance, I always listen to both of you, because then I go back and listen through the lens that you guys share, because I'm only listening for, do I like it or don't? Because 5 seconds and I'm in, or I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to stay in here, or I'm like, I'm out. I don't really care.
She double dutching it like,
nah, y'all go ahead without me.
No,
but I do go back, and it's great, because then because I don't have the same kind of appreciations for that kind of musicality that you guys, I'm just not wired that way. Yeah. So when I hear your responses and I go back and I listen, because that's what I usually do, I'm like, oh yeah, that's
it's
really
like,
good.
I see it.
I see what they were talking about.
I'm glad she played the guitar on it. Yeah, I did like her outfit though. Her outfit wasn't it for me. I was like, ooh. I was like, okay, the gay man in me was like, oh girl, you fine, and that outfit ain't doing you no.
I mean, her hair was cute though.
Her hair was laid though.
Her hair was laid.
Her and Jazmine had like the same hair.
Yes, they had the same hair.
They had the exact same weave.
Yep, sure did. They said.
You see these bundles.
Look, they said, make sure you don't attach it to the Gorilla Goose. I can give you mine, girl.
Right,
that part. It ain't moving. It ain't moving.
Stiff wear.
Stiff wear everywhere. And then we get to the prime event. Jazmine Sullivan with Eric Church. I'll let y'all go first.
I have watched that performance so many times. First of all, let me tell you where I started. I started at second 32.
Right.
Okay.
The second stanza.
Right. Because he ain't it. He was not it. I love the fact that she sang her ass off, and you can see and hear her try to still compliment that man and his voice.
Yes.
Like the technical performance behind that. She sang within a song.
Yes.
Trying to incorporate him in it, because she could have gone off a whole other level and left his ass behind, but she said, no, this is a duet. And
like bitches off your ass in Nashville.
Right. And you could see her actively trying, being like, let me not destroy this white man.
She's like, let me be a team player. Let me be a team player.
For real.
Sports.
For real. Bitch. And when she like stuck that arm out and she just went there,
she said, oh. And I was like, bitch.
Look, and I love that she and again, you can see her deliberately try to incorporate him in there, because she let him get like 2 bars out, and then she was like, she went for it. She was like, go ahead, say your little part. Here I am. And I was like, bitch, I'm here for it.
He said, and the home, and the home. I was like, you bitch. Look, you sing that and the home.
And it's the brave for me. The end, how she sang brave. Just
I know
like,
I said I wasn't gonna say nothing. I couldn't contain myself. I'm sorry. What you think?
Girl. It was everything.
I was just thinking about Michelle Obama. When they go low, we go high. Because he was like all the way flat. It was just like, why? And the killer part about it is usually those are pre-recorded, because, of the surroundings and, the microphone volume or just like the technical stuff that could go wrong. So they usually pre-record it. And I was just like, oh,
it was all the way live.
This is what you had to deal with, girl. You deserve 2 gold stars.
Look, okay.
Oh my God. And I will give him credit. I kind of like the rendition, the kind of like bluesy, guitar-y vibe, because it fits her tone and her voice. So I was like, okay, the rendition's cute. Okay, I'll give you that. But it's just like, she did not need none of him. Like, none of him. Like, and you could tell she was going for the jugular. Like, she was like, okay, I'm double touching. I'm being team sports here. But this last little 8 bars, like the part where like she did the little run and it was a moment of like silence, and then they got to the and a home. I'm like, oh, Jazmine about to kill him. Oh, Jazmine about to kill him. And she killed him. She's like, she was doing so much. Like her voice is just so good. Like I always say, like it's everyone rolled up, it's all our Black culture rolled up into one voice. It's like the Mahelias, it's the Ella Fitzgeralds, it's the Whitneys. All of our culture and history of Black voices rolled into one voice for me. Like it's insane. It's so insane. Agree. And so
it reminded me
hair and everything. Woo,
It reminded me of like, when you had to do like a group assignment and you divide out each part, and then you have to do the paper version, and then the actual report that you turn in, and then you have to do the presentation.
Right.
And so they divided the parts, and then they had to do the presentation. And she knew this whole damn time that he was some bullshit.
Right.
So she knew that. She's like, I ain't getting no C.
I ain't getting no C today.
I ain't fucking with my GPA at all.
You're so right on that. You are so right. I wish they had her mic up a little more. That's the only maybe critique I would have. I was like,
yeah.
I don't feel like they had her mic up enough.
Because she would have drowned the hell out of him.
So what? They saw it. They saw the rehearsal. They were in rehearsal, saw it. They should have been like, you know what? We see what's happening.
And to be fair, honestly, I think she was further back to the mic than she typically is too.
Yeah, for sure.
Because normally she likes to sing up to the mic in a way, but this time she was more like at it in a way. And I was like,
she gave us that Pentecostal arm. Girl, I was like, bitch, you better sing this shit. She sounded so good. Jazmine can do no wrong in my book.
I agree. She knew that was a moment, not just for her, but also for the culture too. She just knew that this was a time that she needed to show up and show out for all the rest of us. And on top of that, I felt like this was a great moment for her, because so many people tune in to the Super Bowl that aren't her demographic, that don't know who she is.
I was with people that didn't know who the hell she was. Like Carole actually left the house, guys. I have my mask though.
The only person in that picture, by the way, with the mask on. I said, she said, not my husband.
I was like, I don't know what y'all hoes been doing.
I heard that. I could hear that conversation being like, not my Corey.
I ain't putting nobody's ever. But and I had it off a little bit because obviously I was drinking. But it was funny. I was like, y'all going, like, I literally told them in the text thread, I was like, if I'm coming over, y'all better shut up during the national anthem and the God Bless America. I don't want y'all gays just chit chatting and like this shit ain't important.
Because they will.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They will talk through anything.
I said it from the get-go. So I walked my ass into that house and it was coming out. I was like, y'all better shut up. And they're like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, it's Jazmine Sullivan. They're like, who's Jazmine Sullivan? I was like, I cannot with you hoes. I can't. How do you not know? And it was like, it was along the cultural divide. So the Black people knew. But my white friends didn't know. I was like, y'all better just shut up and listen, because this girl just be singing her face off. But still, after she was done, I don't think they even appreciated what she just did. No. And it like stuff like that just irritates me. I'm like, did you not just hear that? Like,
but that's like also trying to teach white people the importance of seasoning. Like there's just some things you just gotta let go. They just won't get.
Right.
It's like that. It's like that little video I sent y'all earlier about the chick that was making the flaming hot Cheeto macaroni and cheese.
Mhm.
And it's like, white people will cook with anything except
But-
seasoning. Like, because if you season that macaroni and cheese, first of all, she used Kraft macaroni and cheese. Let's start with that. You know, so
Like
you
the
already
second you
talking
hear that
about
little jiggle of the box, you're like, that's some bullshit.
But that's what it'd be like.
Oh, but literally, so I told everyone to shut up. I had brought my AirPods suit just in case.
See,
I was ready, girl.
Yes.
I was ready because I was like, y'all ain't about to let me miss Jazmine the Sullivan. That's what I'm calling her now, Jazmine the Sullivan.
The Sullivan.
I think that's a sign of getting mature, I think, because if I'm going over somebody's house, like there are certain things that I don't want to watch at somebody's house.
Right.
Or with a bunch of people. Why?
I
Because
agree.
y'all talk too damn much.
That
like,
part.
I want to hear what is going on. This is like, I'm invested. And now I've learned, that if I'm going over somebody's house or whatever, first of all, I tell them like, I got to watch something at a certain time. And if y'all want to watch, y'all gonna have to be quiet because I'm watching this. If not, y'all can do whatever you want. Just know that for this time to this time, I'm going to be locked up in that room by myself with my earbuds in, listening to myself. And you will hear me cackling. So just so that you know.
That's Black
y'all
Culture
carry on.
101. That's Black Culture 101. You go to any black movie theater and oh no, he didn't. Girl, why are you going in there? The
whole you doing too much, you talking
time.
too much. Exactly.
Look, I almost saw my grandma fight somebody on Christmas Day at the Dreamgirls release, because Dreamgirls that came out and they were talking with girl. And my grandma is saved and sanctified. Let me tell you, she was not having it. Look,
that is
on
the blackest
Christmas
thing
Day,
ever.
Be your dream girl. Your grandmother fighting.
She was not happy. She was not happy. Look,
literally, that's how I'm with that with Corey too. Like, if any award show, anything around music, leave me the fuck alone. Yeah. Shut the fuck up. And the music and the TV gonna be loud as hell. Sorry.
Because you want to hear everything.
But do you find yourself for your partner when they watch something on movies, like you're not disturbing them and stuff like that, but as soon as you and it's like, have an open conversation while my eyes are clearly focused on this TV, while my ears are trying to listen to something else. But no, I need to be here.
But the
I love you, honey, but that part.
I love you, right? But you know, and they want to get mad sometimes though when I be like, yes, okay, are we done?
So now you got an attitude? Oh, right. Now you got an attitude.
Right.
The fuck I do. I do. I sure do.
Because the killer part about it is they never want to have a conversation when you're not doing anything. They always waiting until like you engross. I'm over here sitting here watching Serena. You want to have a conversation with me about what? What is there to talk about? I'm busy right now. I'm doing my thing.
Thank you.
Literally, what do we have to talk about right now? Can you just give me 20 damn minutes?
That's it. I'm just trying to hear Jazmine sing this 2 minutes and 37-second ass song. Right. And now is the 2 minutes and 37 seconds you want to say some shit.
Right. Not to be fair, because I know Fizz will probably... I will come up missing in the middle of the night if I don't say this. So let me put this out there now, okay? I love you, babe. And sometimes, actually a good chunk of the time, if I am watching my show, he will go in the other room and he will paint. He'll be working on some of his paintings and stuff like that. So it's not like he does it all the time. It's just that the times I don't want him to do it, that happens. I'm like, any other thing, any other time, like any other show I don't care about. It's just the one time I do want to pay attention. I'm like,
it's like you trying it today. But we've gotten to the point that like last week, community, we were on Rodney Washer's show. Hey Rodney.
What's up, Rodney?
After we were done, Serena Williams was playing. And so I was like, oh, I feel bad. Like I worked late and then like did the interview stuff. So I was like, okay, I'm go downstairs and, watch Serena downstairs with him. And even though I know he doesn't
And it started a little bit late, which was good.
Exactly.
Because we were stressing out beforehand.
we were
like texting each other like, oh, dang, well, we got to do this podcast.
Wrap this shit up. We're the Wrap It Up box set. And so I was like, and he was what was he? Oh, he was watching CNN because he's all engrossed in the impeachment shit. And so I was like, oh, can I watch Serena down here? He goes, no. And I was like, But then I was like, at first I want to have my feelings hurt, but then I was like, I'm glad that he's okay saying no, because I'm gonna take my ass right back upstairs and watch what I want to watch, and he can watch what the hell he want to watch, and there's no fighting, there's no turn that down. And I was like, that's a healthy ass relationship when you just genuinely say no. Like, I'm watching this, and you can go where you want to go.
Yeah.
I was like,
Adam and I have, you guys have been to our place. We have a television in our living room, which is in one side of the apartment. And then we have another one in the bedroom. And literally I work like right here where I'm at for the podcast is where I basically work all day, every day. And then he's in the bedroom, or sometimes he'll be in the kitchen. But like, we just have an understanding. Like, he goes in there and he does he watches his shows and whatnot. And I'm in here and I'm watching my shows. I don't have interest in watching his stuff. He don't have interest watching us. And every once in a while, we'll stumble on like a series that we'll watch together, whatever. But apart from that, like, leave us alone. Now, every once in a while, I'll have to own up to this. I will walk my black happy ass all the way in there just to look at him and just to be a little bit annoying. And sometimes I even stand, because, you know, I'm a Leo, so I want attention. So I'll just walk in there, you know, and then I'll stand in front of the TV, you know, like just doing stuff.
That's Corey. That is Corey. What did he do the other day? I was like, literally, I stopped everything I was doing. I was like, you want attention? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, come here, boo. Because he'll just do like random shit, like start singing a random ass song loud as hell, or be like, and I'm like, you a grown ass man. Use your words. Like, use your words. Do you want some attention? Yes. Okay, I could give you some attention now.
I will tell you, as a Leo, though, we shouldn't have to ask for it. We shouldn't have to ask for it.
I ain't a mind reader. I ain't got the time.
Look, my love language is physical touch. So that's me too. I'll come in and I'll just sit right next to him and be like,
okay. That is so not me.
What's this? I mean, but not to be fair, I won't try to disrupt his like attention. I won't come down, but I'll come over and I'll like start like, you know, give him a back massage or like massage his scalp or something like that, you know, or I'll just come. I don't know. I love like he's now spoiled because I love massaging his scalp. So I'll be like, come over here, just come on my bosom over here. You know, and I'm just gonna like
lay on my chest.
Look, and
come lay on my chest.
And I'll just literally like will massage his head for hours, and then I'll stop and he'll be like, and I keep going. And I'm like, what is this?
That's it.
But
I'm so not that way. I'm so not that way.
See, I know we talked about like our love languages, but I'm quality time. Right. So I'm all about let's spend time together, but let's make sure that it's meaningful. Right. Adam is like, well, you know, he's a Capricorn, just like you're a Capricorn, Jerrell. So, you know, so physical touch is really, really important, you know, for him. You know, which, you know, I give him like hand massages, foot massages, neck massages, back massages, head massages, like all day long.
Massages, like, everything. Come on now. Yes, girl. I know that's right.
You know, but like, but as a Leo, I'm more about quality time. So I just want like attention. Yeah. You know, I just need to be wanted. You know, I want you to show me that you appreciate me. Yeah. You know, I don't need no gifts. You ain't got to buy me nothing. I got enough stuff. I don't need no more stuff. Right. Don't buy me no cars. Don't give me no flowers. Like, let's just spend time together. You come in here and sit here. You can just sit on your side of the couch. I'll sit on my side of the couch. We ain't got to say shit to each other. Right. But just let me watch my show, but you be in here for like an hour. That's it. Then you can go on for the rest of your day and do whatever the fuck you want, and I'm good.
Nah, I need to touch a finger.
Once in a while, I'm like,
I need to touch a foot. Like our feet, a toe needs to be. It could be the pinky toe. I don't give a fuck. But I need to just be touching a part of you. You know, like that something.
Yeah, no,
definitely Adam.
So not that. Like at points I think everyone kind of has some
words of affirmation kind of guy though.
I'm words of
affirmation. Yeah.
Affirmation and just showing that I don't have to always think of something. Like you did that? Oh shit, damn. Yes, kindness and thoughtfulness and affirmation is definitely it. Every once in a while I like to be
bask in the ambiance.
You know, just because I'm just never one to ask for that. Like will never hear me ask for it. So if you do it just out of your day and time, that means a shit ton to me because I'm like, oh, you went out of your way to do that shit. That's dope. So then I get all mushy and I'm like, oh, and then I get all like this.
And then you're like,
then leave me alone. Right. Suck this dick.
I'm so mad at you.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh Lord. What else? I don't even
What we
know.
got to talk about today?
Do you like Serena's Flo Jo outfit?
I'm hot.
I know, I'm sweating like crazy.
I love her outfit.
Same here.
Like the colors is everything. I
was like, where I get
it's
me
for
one.
the culture. Like, and I love that she was just like, I pushed that Nike design back. They came to me with that idea, and I was like, no, this ain't it. And she like, then I pushed back, and then they came up with this, and I was like,
that's it.
That's it. That is absolutely it.
I would like her outfit more if she had a different wig.
What kind of wig you want with it?
I don't know. Like, it's just.
So you want the more natural curly wig back?
I wouldn't mind if it was a pony. To me, it was a struggle ponytail, and the way that it is like pinned back doesn't look as. I'm used to seeing Gorilla Glue Girl now. You didn't see that.
So it's not as laid as you want.
Anything else by comparison just ain't it. I'm sorry.
I mean, look, the truth of the fact that neither Williams sister had their wig lady or hair lady with them this whole quarantine.
Their whole career damn near. Sometimes I'm like, damn, y'all making enough coin to have a little better. But then you practicing and sweating, so you ain't gonna wear your good wig out there.
And it's hot too. It's Australian summer.
It's hot.
She out here like
yeah.
She like, I want the ventilation wig. Whatever's gonna help me breathe.
That's so true.
I would love to see her rock some like cornrows, just like big chunky cornrows, real long down the back or whatever. That would be kind of hot for me.
Honestly, I would love that. I would love that for her too. However,
it'd be aggressive as fuck. Come out there looking like a what's her name from Set It Off? Cleo.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Latifah.
Like she ready to fight. Like
right. Can you imagine the commentators like? She looks awfully aggressive.
It's so funny how they always
say that. They already say it.
It's funny at them always trying to because we know Serena always gonna have an outfit. So it's always funny to hear them try to describe if they like it or not every single time. They're like, oh, she's got the cat suit. Is it a cat suit? I'm like, leave her alone. Her body, oddy, looking thick and
they're black. And yeah, it's with all the colors. It's just so colorful,
vibrant.
Right?
Yeah, right. I'm like. Stay out of your lane.
But I mean, she's been doing this for 20 damn years. So like, what else is there to talk about?
Right.
Like this is like cat suit part like 23.
Right.
She's had so many variations. Right. But yeah, no, I'm here for the outfit.
And she as of today, she's played the first 2 rounds and she's looking really good.
Nothing.
I don't want to jinx anything either. But I mean, like just her moving alone looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And I wanted to get 24, but everything I'm seeing right now as a fan, I'm just like, yes. Like I just feel like she's a ride back. Like I don't have anything to feel like to worry about or anything of the sort. I'm just but that half of the draw that she's in though
is stacked.
It's
fucking
tough.
stacked. It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
So you gotta go through Halep, you gotta go through Osaka, and then you might meet Barty in the finals.
Right.
That's a draw. That's crazy.
Draw.
And if she wins it, she'd have earned it.
Look,
100%.
Don't put no fucking asterisk by that goddamn 24. No, absolutely.
She gonna start shouting.
Yeah, look. But okay, did y'all watch Venus though?
I fell asleep for the second round, and I woke up and I looked at the score. I was like, 6-1, 6-0. I was like, what you do, Venus? Like you ain't did nothing. But then I saw what happened. I was like, oh damn.
What happened? Because I was gonna watch it today and I never got around to it.
Like she was always already kind of hobbling with her knee, but then I guess she rolled her ankle over bad, and you never see Venus like crying shit, and she was like crying.
Yeah,
so
at one point
she
she
rolled
couldn't
it good.
stand up. She couldn't stand up at one point, but to see her still like you know what, I'm not
grind it out.
I'm like, you know, and it was hard to watch because you love her so much. Right. But at the same time, you were like glad to see that she was like, you know, she's like, one thing I'm not is a quitter.
Right.
I'm not a quitter. She's like, in the 23 years you didn't see me playing, you ain't never seen me quit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so it was beautiful to see that. But at the same time, I felt sad. And then I couldn't help but thinking, did she not quit because this is the end? Because typically when people are retiring, they retire because they're like, I'm retiring because I want to protect what's coming next. I want to invest in the future. And I honestly could not help but think maybe she didn't, because of the fact that she may not be there next year. And this was her last Australian Open. And I know she
wants to do the Olympics. Maybe even that emotion was in her too, just saying, damn, if I roll my ankle this bad, how am I going to get enough points by the time that they pick the Olympic team this summer too?
Get in there. Yeah.
I'm sure all of that was starting to well up. It's like, damn, I'm 40. Why now? Because I don't think I've ever seen her roll an ankle like that before.
I don't think I've
Brandon Jackson that whole time. Hey, Brandon. But I was talking to Brandon because he used to work for USTA, and so he's big into tennis, so she can play too. But like, we were both just like distraught. It's just it was so sad to see just one of your beloved queens. You know, like when you like see someone in their prime kind of get ushered into like the iconic role. Now they're just an icon. Yeah. You know, they're not like someone who's in the spotlight. They're someone I've held the spotlight for a good time. It's not for someone else to take my spotlight. It felt like one of those moments, and it was just hard. It's even hard to say that because I still love her. You know, I'm like,
Everybody sees it too. That's the thing. Is like you see, you're like, damn.
Yeah, that's the tough part.
Like acknowledging it. Like you don't want to speak it, but you're like, damn, we see it. We see it.
And at what point do you just say to yourself, like, you know what, I did my damn thing. She's got a gang of, you know, of trophies, and she's made a really nice life for herself, you know, financially, and, you know, she's secure. She doesn't have to work for the rest of her life again. Like, at what point do you just say, like, you know, how much more am I going to put my body through, you know, for this? Like, she could be like Martina Navratilova and just play like exhibitions and, you know, like do like, you know, doubles and whatever, and like, just not be as intense on the body. But it just makes you wonder, like, how long is she gonna like tough it out?
Yeah, and it's kind of hard. It's like if it's something that you love that much, because clearly she still loves it, you know, like you see it in her interviews and things like that. But yeah, I agree. There's a part where your body's like, bitch, enough's enough. Like seriously. And that's when you start rolling your ankles and things like that, and it just starts creeping throughout the whole body. So I mean, she has a lot of miles on her body. And she like, it's like, job well done. Like, you don't have anything else to prove to us.
There's nothing to prove.
You know, so it's just like I think she just still loves it, and maybe that's part of the emotion too. It's just like, damn, I love this so much, but my body is starting to.
And I think the other thing of it is that because of both she and Serena, they've changed and elevated the game. So the players that are coming in aren't coming in with the same kind of skill set that they started out with. They're coming in, you know, with the expectation that they have to be playing at that, you know, that most senior, most
from get-go
experienced tactical level, you know, that they've been playing at for so long. So it's like, you're not playing the same kind of tennis that you were playing in the same kind of way.
Yeah, it's hard for me to think. I don't want her to.
I know.
I want her to be like that old car that you just until the wheels fall off. You know? I don't want her to walk off the court. I want her to crawl and be like, yo, I did it. You know, like, I want it to be like that ending scene and Set It Off, where, you know, we on the bus and she like, go on, you know, like.
I hope they just like say, okay, you know what? Maybe I can't play singles at the level I want to anymore. Let's concentrate for doubles. Even though I think Serena still got a few more years left in her, clearly.
100%.
You know, so it's just like, I wonder if there's still like 50. Be like, damn, you think we could get a Wimbledon doubles crown real quick?
I bet they could.
I bet you if Serena wins 24, I bet you she will retire at the same time Venus does.
I think she wants 25, and if Venus, like if she gets 25 this year, I think 2022 they're both done. Like, you know what? Let's hang it up.
Honestly, I don't think 25. And the only reason why I say that is just because 24 has been just so much work for her to begin with.
But does she want to stay tied with Margaret? Does that sit right with Serena?
It don't sit right. But I think honestly, she's getting to a point where, you know, and you can hear it in her interviews how she's really trying not to put 24 on such a pedestal. Yeah. I don't think 25 is even close to the damn radar. Like, not even in a little bit. I think 24 is the only thing that she may have on her mind. But other than that, I think she's probably like,
The only thing that I'll say is that it really, for me, it kind of depends on what her momentum looks like and how well her body holds up. Because the only reason why she hasn't been able to hit that milestone so far is because she's had so many injuries. But because she's had a nice break, if she goes into this and she continues playing the way that she has been playing, she can play this. We're going to go into the French Open. That'll give her another opportunity. Like, she may finish out the year and have had the opportunity to, like, between the French Open and the US Open, for sure the US Open, that will be an amazing opportunity for her within this particular year.
In her game play, I think if she doesn't get 24 here, she gets it at Wimbledon.
At Wimbledon, yeah.
I think it comes at Wimbledon because and I can see her maybe doing the French just because she has a home in France. You know,
that part. She's like, let me just go. Let me just get a macaron down the street from my apartment.
So I just want to get out here. I want to go to my home number 5 over here in France, you know. But if she gets 24, 25, it will be back-to-back Wimbledon and it will be US Open.
For sure. The US Open.
If it doesn't happen here. But I don't know. I just
hope she gets 25 because Margaret Court don't need to have the record no more because she's homophobic. So we need Serena to get 25.
Also, can we talk about how Auntie DeWine was just like all in sports right now? Y'all know she didn't tune out. She wasn't in her phone. She was spitting on facts at y'all. She was like, look.
You know she likes tennis.
I know
about
the tennis. Look, I know. I was just sitting here. I was like, I'm over here taking my own notes for Auntie DeWine. Like, oh yeah, okay, you know.
That's the one sport she'll chime in.
That's it.
The rest of them, maybe figure skating here and there. But the rest of them,
no.
And we got to acknowledge that Beyonce, by the time this episode comes out this Friday, will be dropping Icy Park. She already done sent out the boxes. I was looking out my window, didn't see one. My heart's a little broken.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know how I feel about the Icy Park collection, though.
That's okay. I just want something from B.
I don't know. The collection didn't hit me like the last collection.
I agree with that one.
Yeah.
Plus, it was 70 degrees here.
I like the white one with the multicolored.
Almost like look like the little flight tag, or not the flight tags, like the travel tags.
Yeah, I kind of like. I like that one. That one was cute, but I don't know.
One of them looks like the Fendi logo.
Yes, the pink one reminded me of the Fendi one too, like the bodysuit.
She got like the brown one. I'm like, oh, y'all copied the Fendi shit. But
it's really all I kept thinking about is y'all didn't come a long way from House of Darion.
That part.
Remember when they first came out and like them little pirate outfits and like it was just like, ooh, I mean, thank goodness for creativity and putting your mama on and your cousins on and whatever, but like it's a whole different level of fashion.
You right.
The fashion.
You absolutely right. You ain't never lied on that one.
Personally, like, it's not my style because I'm not really into like street style per se. Like, I love it on other people, but whenever I try to like partake in it, it just doesn't work. It's stuff that just sits in my closet. I'm like, damn, why did I spend the money on something that's just gonna sit in my closet?
See, I'm too thick for it. I feel like I just like Like the guy stuff, I feel is just too baggy and too like this on me.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like my body figure will look nice in the lady stuff.
Then
But
get
I
it.
can't wear the lady
Get it,
stuff
girl.
like
Get
that.
it.
Yeah.
That ain't for me. That ain't for me.
Look,
And also,
look.
I'm not trying to be on there for a whole hour before anything motherfucking released. Just to be sitting there pushing this damn button like I'm playing a goddamn Atari Pac-Man or something. No. The
Yeah,
stress.
I'm mad because like I let the last drop, the only thing I got, even though I ordered like 4 things, only one thing ended up shipping because it was just so like you think you got something and then you look at your credit card bill, they ain't charge you. So I got the shoes, but the shoes that I got, they're too narrow. Like and so I'm like, damn, the one thing that I actually really, and that's the one thing I actually really, really wanted. And they don't fit right. So they're just sitting in the box now. And I'm like, I need to like try to resell them somehow or to somebody. But yeah, this collection, there's nothing so far that's really stood out. So I think I might sit this one out. But B, your aunties love you. And if you want to send us a box,
I did a Peloton Beyonce class before I got on.
We see that Peloton behind you. Come on.
Look, it's funny. So I got it today and it was like, oh, name your bike. And I was like, let me delete this because you already know that name was already taken. So let me not show up to these cycling classes trying to stand on these hoes. But
you should just name the Auntie Henny. Come on now.
Yes. Auntie Henny.
There you go.
That's the name.
Exactly.
I'm also going to rename her after this. Auntie Henny. Yeah.
Oh, man. But all right, we're kind of thick in the episode. What time is it?
Ask
your
auntie.
I'm loving that routine. That's like my routine for everything right now. Ooh, Sean Bankhead killed it. Killed that. Woo. And it's stuck. Okay, well, you got the question.
All right. This is kind of a riff off of, obviously this is Black History Month. And so, we're just really using this time to kind of talk a lot about, just self-discovery. So last week we talked a little bit about how did you know you were gay? This week it's a little bit similar.
Oh, no, it was when you were black.
I'm sorry. Yes,
we
that's
went
right.
to the
When you were
gay,
black. Yes. And then we migrated into gay.
And your Christopher Reeve castle.
We migrated into gay.
Oh my gosh, my little gay ass. Okay. Back then they say he got a little sugar in his tank.
Like I showed you a whole gallon, bitch.
Look, okay.
Pour more in the Kool-Aid. Thank you.
Exactly. Yes, ma'am. Okay. This one's from Anonymous, although this was really it shouldn't be anonymous. At any rate, how old were you and what occurred that make you feel and know, quote, I am a man now? What are those characteristics which separate being just a guy and a grown-up to being a man?
I'm a woman. What's that from?
Wait, that's Shania Twain. That's Mark's girl. Isn't that Shania?
Oh no, he likes
feel like a woman.
He likes Celine.
He likes Celine.
Yeah,
no,
Celine.
I think it's Living Color. I think it's Wanda.
Wanda.
She's like, I'm a woman. I think it's Wanda that said it. Anyway, Smithy will let us know. Smithy, let us know, please. Thank you.
Smithy.
Right, Smithy.
Smithy.
What do you want, aunties?
Right.
Anyway, when did I feel like part of me for this kind of question, like I don't like the when did you feel like a man, because I feel like there's so much almost negative connotation behind it sometimes, like the toxic part of it where my mind kind of immediately goes. But honestly, when I started paying my damn bills, that's when I felt like a man, or at least a grown-up, because it's just like I had to figure out a way to make sure I have enough money to survive, quite frankly. It's like, so honestly, when I bought my first car, got my first apartment, I felt immediately like, damn, okay, I'm on my own almost damn now.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I think if I fell on hard times, I think my family would be like, okay, how do we get you back up and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, and I've kind of always been that way. I got a job at 16. Like my parents didn't tell me I had to get a job or anything I've kind of always been the one like I don't need anyone to think for me. I don't need anyone else's money. I don't need. I can figure this shit out kind of person. So even
She's an
since 16,
independent woman.
from the get-go, bitch, you know? So, and I don't know where that stems from. And maybe some of it stems from like at that point in time, I was still hiding. So like maybe it was almost a way to make sure no one figured out I was gay. So I was like, okay, I'll figure this shit out my own and get a job and have my own money and do what I want to do. But I know for sure the second I graduated and got my first job, I was like, oh man, I'm on. Oh, and you pay that first rent, and you're like, damn, that's money out my like pocket like that. And then when I got my first car, I was like, damn, now I got this car note every month. And then honestly, I did like moving to Atlanta was the first time, even though Corey and I lived together in Dallas, I almost kind of saw that as his house, even though he was like, it's our house and things like that. It wasn't until Atlanta that we both signed on this damn mortgage deed at the same time and shit like that. And that was another moment where I'm like, woo, I gotta keep this shit up because this mortgage gonna be there, you know? So I kind of almost see this whatever grown up and being a man moment in kind of that lens of shit of sadly bills. Guys, like I gotta survive out here, which is kind of sad. I would say another moment where I just felt proud, it just made me gushy is when I got married. That was another moment where I was like, because I never really saw myself getting married at the beginning, honestly. And not just like Corey, but just like I think that was just another thing, especially at the time, gays couldn't get married, so it was just never something that was like a goal of mine. But then finally getting a stable relationship with someone that I adore a lot, being up there and like seeing your vows and shit, you're like, oh shit, this is like legit, like like this is for real. And that was probably like another moment where I felt, ooh, I'm a grown up now. This is bizarre. But day in day out, I still feel like I'm like 17.
Yeah.
What about you?
I mean, real talk. I still pretty much live paycheck to paycheck, and mostly because where I live, the cost of living is so much more than the amount of money that I bring home. So with me living paycheck to paycheck, like I feel like I don't always feel like I've truly made it. Like I feel like I'm one call away sometimes to want to be like, Mom, I need some groceries, or like, something. But the truth of the fact is I've never been that person for my parents. I never had to go to them for anything. I still always figured it out because they've just instilled in me that, that desire to fight and succeed on my own 2 feet. And I mean, being homeless at a point in time and, being from Gary and from north side of Minneapolis, like coming from the hood and the struggle, like you learn how to fight and you learn how to survive. So a lot of that, have just instilled in me. But honestly, I would say this Peloton is probably the only thing in my life that I spent that was like a good chunk of money. Other than that, I mean, I didn't have a credit card until a year and a half ago. Like I've never bought a
That's
car.
great.
I have never like owned a house or a condo. Like, yes, I've had rent, and I've had a cell phone bill and stuff like that, but I've never had a big purchase. And this Peloton is the first thing that I've ever had that I was just like, this is thousands of dollars, but it's something I want, and I'm gonna do what I need to do to make it happen.
Yeah.
So honestly, it's probably was in the last like year, or so that I feel like I can kind of take those risks or
Claim
feel
it.
like but that's also because like doing like you said, like teaching us how like to bet on yourself, like that was one of the things like I really took from you last year that I really wanted to invest in this year and encouraged me to feel like I can do that. So it took to like having people like you all in my life to see succeeding, because where I come from, you don't see a lot of Black folks succeeding. You see them still living in generational curses based off the redlining and the racism and just how the system is set up against us. So that for so long, that was the only examples I knew of. So it wasn't until growing up and meeting you all, meeting our group Corel that we also, we hang out with, and seeing men of color thrive was great. Because I don't know about y'all, but so many, like, most of the success stories in my family come from the women. You don't see a lot of men going in college and getting their degrees and having their own business and stuff like that. Like, they're making it work. That, the street struggle that you were taught is just a life lesson that they live for the rest of their life. And so it was just nice to see a different style, or not a different style, but just a different way for Black men to live through you all. Like, and that's why I say, like, all the time how much I appreciate y'all, how much I've learned from y'all, because y'all taught me so much to the core of who I am. Like, I owe a lot of my growth truly to y'all, because you all are my examples. I didn't have the big brothers or the big cousins around, because I'm the oldest in my generation.
Who you calling big?
No,
I'm
bitch, me.
Right.
Did you see my IG story today? When it's up and it's up, I was scrolling.
That was funny.
But yeah.
What about you,
honestly,
Dewan?
yeah, that's for me.
I was thinking about this as you guys were talking, and I think there were two moments in my life that made me feel like I stepped into the next level of me, and they were both on the heels of breakups, which was interesting, because I was thinking like, oh wow, when I bought my first condo, that was like a big thing. But I was like in my like mid to late 20s or whatever, and had a really good career and like all that stuff. But like everything I just feel like my 20s, I was just doing a lot of exploring, seeing what's possible or whatever. And it wasn't until my 30s that I felt like, especially like my mid 30s, where I felt like, I'm clearer about who I am. Because like, I understand the problematicness with, like what is being a man,
Right.
like, because, there's a lot of like stuff that's attached to that. But what I'm reading into it is, when did you come into your own? Because there's one thing of being of age where you can do shit, and that was like after my first breakup with him, my first long-term boyfriend, Brett, lived in Columbus or whatever.
Oh, she just got a memory.
All right, I'm gonna share this. We broke up because oh, no, I'm not gonna share it.
You can't tease us like that.
It was just saying on live yesterday with Rodney that we don't not share nothing.
Right.
There she
I know,
go.
but I'm just like, okay. I mean, I did expose his name and everything, so
I can bleep that part out.
Right. We will bleep to that.
It's not terrible. It was just, we were just both young or whatever, and we were in kind of like at that point a stagnant relationship, and he was ready.
You can see her HR Greers are kicking in right now.
That's
she
exactly.
Is trying.
All right, all black. He decided he wanted to buy a house. I was like, oh, that's cool. He was like, no, but I don't want you to live with me.
Ooh.
So I was like, okay, then it's a wrap.
Yeah.
And that's how we broke up. So
that's interesting. That might have to be an Ask Yo AunTeas, another Ask Yo AunTeas question for like another day. That's interesting.
And I can go into more, but she always got stories. So, but it wasn't devastating. It wasn't like a terrible breakup. But it was just like one of those moments. Like, okay, well now I don't want to be with a person who. Like it was his first house, and like money was different between like our upbringings and all that kind of stuff. So but it was just like one of those things, like I'm not gonna, like, we live together now, so how is it gonna look like me finding my own place and then dating you while you live in a house? Like that didn't make sense to me even at that age. And I was like 20, like 24, 25, I think, or whatever. So then I got my first apartment, but that was my first apartment by myself. I lived with other people, in college and, after college or whatever, but, and with, with him. but that was my first time getting a place for myself. And I was like, oh, that's cool. You know, I found it by myself. I signed the lease by myself. It was like, you know, I was stepping into it. But everything at that point was still about like, it almost kind of felt like play. You know, like I'm acting like an adult. You know, I got my bills. Yeah, I got my little I think I had a Ford Stanza or Ford Fiesta or some little Ford car. Tempo, that's what it was. I had a Ford Tempo back at the time or whatever. So, you know, I had these little things, but I still felt like I was just like carving my way. Fast forward, when I moved to Chicago, I was in another long-term relationship. We were together for 7 years, and we ended up breaking up. And of course, we lived together. And that was a pretty rough emotional breakup because that was like there was like love there. And then I got my place in Chicago, and I felt like that moment, like I took almost a whole year to like grieve the relationship. I didn't date anybody. All my friends like, oh girl, you single now, you can do this, you can do that. And I'm like, and it was all through summer and everybody was hooking up and doing stuff. And here I was.
Chicago summer girl. Woo!
Girl, oh, I mean, you know, Rashad knows because she was right there with me. Hey, Rashad. That was,
and she looking like a whole snack on line.
Come on, Rashad. Come on, chocolate gum drop.
I had to double check and I was like, oh, I know her. Right. I said, let me get my mind right.
But that was a rough emotional summer. And the reason I pinpoint those is because, again, I was in my mid 30s. I had experienced what I would call like some real love. And that was a tough breakup for me. But when I moved into my place and I kind of relegated almost that whole year after that breakup, to just grieve it, heal from it, figure out what I want. Before I even started dating, I didn't hook up with anybody or anything. I really felt like I found a place that I wanted. Like all the grown things that you think about, like I had to think about what is the lifestyle that I want to have? You know, how do I want to spend time with my friends? You know, what do I want to do, you know, with my family? What do I want to do with like all those things started happening at that time. And I feel like that was the moment where I felt like, okay, she grown. Because now she knows what she wants. She had real love. You know, she had like all these kind of like things and has lost some things and learned from that. And that just shaped like my point of view. And since then, it's just been like, I'm luxuriating in my grownness, you know?
And you find like you're accountable of yourself, you
100.
know? That's like the 100. Moments where you're just like, man, like if I don't take care of myself, and trust me, it's still a journey. There's still moments where you're like, okay, I got to learn some more lessons and do better. But there's just certain moments where I think being like having your first apartment or buying your first car and things like that is like, the underlying foundation is I am accountable for me and what I'm doing, you know, and either I'm going to make it a good choice or I'm going to make it a bad choice, but at least I'm going to learn some lessons in the midst of it too. And I think that's where a lot of it stems from, is like the accountability of oneself. Those are the moments that are almost the markers. That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Yeah, thank you, Anonymous, for that.
And we're gonna save that the other one part of the juicy part of your story for another Ask You question. What do you do when someone say, no, you can't move your ass into this house? So send your Ask Yo Auntie questions at aya@minoriteareport.com or DM us. We need some new ones. It's 2021. We want your juicy gossip, your juicy shit. You know, we've gotten a couple here. Come on. Maybe have we scared them to think they're like, damn, they really going
that boring.
I know. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I see y'all IGs. We're year end. Y'all ain't at the crib anymore. I can see it.
Look, I've been added to a couple of close friends, and I'm like, I got questions. So
that part. So come on, send them our way. So there's a lot of random stuff going on in the news right now. I mean, we have obviously the impeachment trial, which is insanity. We have Utah saying that they're not gonna. You have the option of opting out of Black History Month. We have the Dallas Mavericks not playing the national anthem, but now having to play the national anthem because the NBA probably got scared and shit from people calling in, even though the Dallas Mavericks hadn't been playing it all season. It was just when a few folks finally were able to watch it in person when it got acknowledged or noticed.
Can I ask a quick question before we dive into the topic stuff? Going back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
How did you guys feel about all those people in the stadium? Because that was a lot of people. That was what, 24,000 people?
Not my
Is
circus,
what they were
not
saying?
my monkeys.
That part, like you know me, I be at the crib, so you know my ass ain't about to be out there. At this point, I get it. I get that you want to be out, and luckily, it seemed like at least the 7,500 that they did for the healthcare workers, it sounded like a lot of them had been vaccinated and things like that. Cool, but for the rest of y'all, if you wasn't like Jasmine's mom and dad, or hers mom and dad, or the players like maybe mom and dad, stay your ass home. Like I don't know.
It should have been like a players box like celebration or something like that. Like if you like each player could have had like 5 people or something like that. They could have like like a little stand thing for that. I would have been okay with, but random ass people to be there just for some damn football, like it ain't that serious. It honestly, it ain't that serious. And to me personally, I think it set the wrong tone for what we still need to be doing here as this country. Like we can't be having conversation about what Australia doing and what New Zealand doing, and they, like ain't mask free. They don't got no mask regulations because they ain't got no COVID cases.
Australia literally only had 900 deaths, quote unquote. Like that's 900 more than we need. Yeah.
But the point is, like they're handling their business. They're handling their business, and they are sticking behind what needs to be done. And there ain't no questions. There ain't no loopholes. There ain't no, oh, well, this person's feeling. No, fuck a feeling. Protect a life. And that's what makes us so ass backwards. So honestly, I didn't care, and I don't wish bad on people, but also won't give a fuck if they end up having COVID. The only thing that I feel bad is for the people that they're going to go back and infect, who were trying to stay home and trying to do their things. Like that's the only thing about it that bothers me. But the individuals there, I can give one fine fuck about.
Yeah, I just feel like it really does set a really bad tone, because what those kind of things do is give license for other events, like all the festivals, the concerts, the all that stuff. It just gives license for them to like take the same kind of risks. And then what we're going to end up happening is we're going to end up having spikes in the summertime. And be like, I don't want to be shut down during summer. Like
me either. I need a summer this year.
Let's do the shit we need to do now. Like it's fucking February when you're supposed to stay home. It's still dark at 3:00. I mean, it's getting lighter a little bit later, but like still, like February, you're supposed to stay home. Like I get that it's the Super Bowl, but like, man,
like we've lived this once already last year. Right. Why are we fucking it up again? Like we had our first case in January 2020. They still had the Super Bowl and everything kept going, and they waited until fucking March to shut it down, and it was too late by then. What the fuck? Why are we living? What is this Groundhog Day shit going on? It shouldn't be this case, like at all whatsoever. Yeah. And then for the NFL to be like, we're gonna give you all of our stadiums, Biden, to use as vaccination places.
That part. It's back. How do they say it now?
Ass backwards.
Right. Thank you. That was a struggle for me to get that shit out. Wow. It's just bizarre. Like I just didn't realize other parts of the world had so few deaths and things like that. Yeah. And it literally took the Australian Open, even though I kind of heard the articles and things like that, for them to be like, oh yeah, we only quote unquote again, only had 900 deaths. I'm like, Houseway, like we have counties in Atlanta that are having more deaths per day.
In a whole ass country.
Right.
In a whole ass country, 900 deaths. So that just shows you from the get-go how problematic our country is. And it's everybody. It's all of us. We're all part of it. We're all still taking our little risks, and like we talked about that, our educated risks, whatever we deem as our educated risk,
Mm-hmm.
And literally Australia had like 100+ days of hard ass lockdown.
Mm-hmm.
Like we had maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yet we
Right.
still want to see the Aussie Open. Yet we still want to see the Super Bowl. Yet we still, and so that's the part is just like we're all in it. Like we still
Yeah.
want to see the shit. We still want to see Chloe and Halle do a music video. We still want to see Cardi do it, and that's the part. It's just like this whole everything is just so gray that it's just like.
But I want to see them do it like they were doing it last year within the fines of the COVID guidelines. I don't need to see the.
But
Super
what were the
Bowl
guidelines, honestly?
But I mean, like getting tests and having masks and being 6 feet away from each other, like
right.
The tennis is different. And tennis is something completely different because you are 40 feet away from them, the other person across the net. You know, like, so when it comes to that sport, like, it is way easier to do than football. And when it comes to football, where you literally have to be face to face and you got
your hands up underneath his nutsack and everything. You see that TikTok? He's like, I wish my hand was like this. You got to watch that on YouTube. If you ain't watching on YouTube, you missed it.
But those are the things that those are the moments where I wish that the COVID guidelines were more strict. That's where I wish people were not as laxed about because it's a way more high pressure situation. But
it's too late at this point, unfortunately. Like it's way. This is the shit that should have been a year ago. We should have done 100-day. We should have done 100-ass day or 200-day hard-ass lockdown and stay your ass at the crib. Only essential workers.
Yeah.
The whole country shut down. Not parts of, we're going to shut down New York today. Oh, we might shut down LA tomorrow. Oh, we might. No, and that's where a lot of that leadership from the get-go was so problematic. It's like Fauci tried to do his job, but old boy was not having it because of capitalism. People wanted money.
Right. And Fauci even said, like, in the early part, like about midsummer, he was just like, at this point, we're beyond like eradicating it. It's now about just managing it. So what that says is that we will always have some element of COVID forever. Forever.
It's going to be like the flu. It's going to be like the flu. It's going to be continuous strains where, like, yes, you're probably going to get it. Might not be as bad as like maybe the initial COVID stuff, but it's literally everyone would be like, oh, we got the new COVID shot. Oh, you getting a COVID shot this year? You getting a COVID shot? Literally, that's where we're at.
It's gonna be. It's gonna come out every Apple release. Watch. It's gonna be.
Stop it. You're right. You're right. I mean, but I mean, we just got to put out a quick statement. The Asian hate, I don't even know what to call it right now.
This Asian hate crime is ridiculous.
It's hate crime. And I don't care. And here's the thing too, I don't care what color the people are that are doing this, because there was a black person that killed one dude. Fuck that motherfucker, put him in jail, put him on. Like, that's the thing. It's just like I'm starting to see this justification that's a little bizarre to me. That I'm like, no, you kill somebody because it's a hate crime, put your ass, throw that motherfucker in jail. I don't care what you look like, who you rooting for, who you rocking with. And so I, at least Carell, I almost put my government last name. At this point, you probably already know my last name, but Carell,
it's right here on
ridiculous.
The
screen. No, it's not in the video though. It never stays in the video. But for me, I don't care who it is. This hate crime needs to stop. We all need to stick up for one another, especially communities of minorities, because it's already rough enough. It's already rough enough. Like, we don't need this on top of it.
Yeah.
So I agree, but I think the only way to face it is to unmask and uncover the racism within the POC community.
That's true too.
Because there are so many people, and you hear it more so outside of the Black community, so the Latinx community, the Asian community, other ethnicities, you will hear them say that POC don't feel like it's for me. And a
Mm-hmm.
lot of those communities think that POC represent just Black folks.
Black.
There is racism within the term POC.
Yeah, that is true.
I grew up in a school where we literally were having race wars. Like, white people were the minority. And I remember, I won't forget it. It was my junior year in like March. It was around fucking St. Patrick's Day. But there was literally like a race war where I want to say like 62 kids got suspended. Like, and probably like 14, 18 got expelled. And it was nothing but Muslims and Somalians and like other, um, people who are, first generation from Africa or, newly here. And then Black folks, like Black Americans, like, and it was just this huge, huge ass thing. And that was the first time that I realized that that was a thing. Because I'm saying, like, we brown, you brown, I'm brown, we brown.
Right.
It don't matter to me. Like, they're gonna throw
Right.
us in the same goddamn boat if they could,
Right.
But it was then that I realized that, there are some people who feel like, oh, well, I'm not Black enough because, like I don't have a Black name, or because I have more of a Muslim or African name, I'm not real Black and stuff like that. And then I was watching people within my own community treat other people like that. And I've honestly seen that too. Some of our own folks towards the Asian community, because that was the third most biggest population in our school. So that was another thing too. So there are some things within our own culture that we have to break this narrative. That was one of the things that I loved about Lovecraft Country, is when they were talking
Ooh,
about.
I haven't finished it. Hold on.
Oh dang! See now you can't be this late, girl. Like, is that a spoiler?
okay.
At
This is what we
point?
said. This is what we said. This is Game of Thrones conversation now. Look,
That's
it's
why I took
already
the
been out a
headphones
year
off.
ago. So
I took the headphones off.
But like when they're in Korea and they're talking about, like, he should know, like, they should be brothers, like, they should understand. And it's like, no, even they still didn't treat them the same. There's still that divide internally between the different ethnicities. And I don't know. It makes me sick. It honestly makes me sick. And I completely agree with you, Carell, in the sense of, like, at the end of the day, this is something that the white man created and put on all of us, and this is just a way for them to take away us trying to get back what belongs to us from them by thinking that another individual that they put in the same seat next to us, they're the enemy. It's like, no, 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 no. If we all came together, it's a wrap for them. So we need to get over this hump.
Yeah, this hatred is just permeating everywhere right now. It's just like, come on. Oh, it's disgusting. What do you think of Dewan? I saw you.
just hurt people, and I think we've been taught that the way that when you feel inferior, the way that you get to feel superior is by hurting somebody else and making them feel inferior to you, and it's a vicious cycle. And I think what you guys are both doing right now, and what we try to do with this podcast, is we try to shine a light on stuff that ain't supposed to be right. And we have to be allies. We have to be allies, and we have to be models. So we have to demonstrate the behaviors we want to see in others. So, I would just, caution everybody, and I would challenge you to challenge me back. Like, if I post something online that's not right or whatever, like, I remember a couple years ago starting to think, like, if I look at stuff that I posted on social media, like about this person or that person, not people in specific, but like, like the memes that would go around about like, oh, this person doesn't look attractive, or this person's fat, or this person, whatever those things that are, out there. And I realize that I'm reinforcing those same stereotypes, even though my intention isn't to hurt anybody. It is hurting people. So I had to be more cognizant. And now every time I share something, I'm making sure that if it is something that is funny, it's because it's funny, not because it's making fun of a person,
right?
Or making light of a stereotype or whatever. So, but accountability goes both ways, so we just have to keep each other accountable. We have to keep calling this shit out, and hopefully we'll get smarter, because education is the key. And once you learn, once you know better, you do better, right?
Yeah. And that's one thing that I love about, like, what we're doing. That's we know this. That's why we make sure that we are having voices of different backgrounds of all sorts of sides, whether it's race or sexual preference or orientation or whatever the case is. Like, we understand being Black gay man, what it's
Mm-hmm.
like to be the other or be the person
Mm-hmm.
who is, put less than, we got two boxes checked. And
That
we know
part.
that other people got boxes checked too. So, well, we just start our own club like we just did. And let's highlight them and talk about it,
Right.
and,
Right.
and give space for everybody.
And that's a great segue to our Black History Month person this week. This is Andrea Jenkins from Minneapolis. Minneapolis! and, and she's a writer, performance artist, poet, and transgender activist. She is the first African American openly trans woman to be elected to office in the United States.
Oh,
Jenkins
wow.
moved, the first, and just in 2017 at that, so that's not long ago.
Wow.
Jenkins moved to Minnesota to attend University of Minnesota in 1979. She worked as a vocational counselor for, is it Hennepin?
Hennepin.
Hennepin County
Mhm.
government, thank you, boo, for a decade. Jenkins worked as a staff member on the Minneapolis City Council for 12 years before beginning work as a curator at the Transgender Oral History Project at the University of Minnesota's Jean Nicholas Tretter Collection in Gay, Lesbian, Bisexual, and Transgender Studies. She holds a master's degree in community development from Southern New Hampshire University, a MFA in creating writing from Hamline University, and a bachelor's degrees. Okay, she just got degrees in
Okay,
human
step it
Yeah.
services
up.
from Metropolitan State University. She's a nationally and internationally recognized writer and artist, a 2011 Bush Fellow to advance the work of transgender inclusion, and the recipient of numerous awards and fellowships. In 2018, she completed the senior executives in state and local government at Harvard University. So give it up to
Oh, wow.
Andrea Jenkins.
Yes.
So
Come on
shine a
now.
light, Black excellence, Black transgender excellence. And
Mm.
that's just another community, like you were saying, checking boxes. Those might not be our box, but we need to stick up for that box as well, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
so
She's
loving,
got strong energy. I'm just looking at her
right?
picture. She just
Yes,
like she just
absolutely.
has really strong energy that like I don't know what she sounds like, but I
Yeah.
mean,
Her Instagram's
I'm here
everything
for
too.
it.
Mm-hmm.
So check it. Her
I'm gonna have
Instagram
to
is
start following her.
she's got game one, like the number one.
Okay.
And if it's easier for her to check her out on our Instagram, Minority Report, we have a post off there as well for her. So I know we're getting late in the episode. There's so much more we wanted to talk about, but
So much more.
quickly, I know Jerrell really wanted to read somebody real quick.
You know, so dear Morgan Whalen,
Get him,
rest in
girl.
peace. The end. No,
Lubricate your throat.
honestly, like honestly, here's my issue, and my issue is less with Morgan Whalen. My issue is more with all these people who are talking about fucking cancel culture.
That part.
When you do something wrong, you should be punished. There is a reason why we have fucking laws in this country. You don't get to do whatever the hell you want to, say the hell whatever you want to without repercussion. If you are a public figure and you have a platform that is geared to the public, bitch, you are free fucking game. And that means your career should be snatched at a drop of a fucking dime. And shout out to all the radio stations and networks that have been like, let's yank his motherfucking music off all of our stations.
Yeah.
Like, shout out to all the people who've been saying that that's just not correct in the country music world, who has so much racism, homophobia, and bigotry already embedded in that fucking genre.
Is that, and
But
who's
Can
yeah,
you
Morgan
just
Whalen, by
share?
the
Can you
way?
just share a little bit about like the situation for
yes.
those who don't know?
So Morgan Wallen is this country star, fallen star, um,
Well, a lot of
who,
people are like rallying behind him, which is a whole nother thing. Which is
but we all know
it's
who
like
they
it's
are and who
ridiculous.
they follow and
That part
represent.
is so
So,
ridiculous.
so
Yeah.
he was saying he got recorded saying shit like, get this pussy ass and then the N-word
N-word.
person out of my face. And he was recorded. And people are upset about it, and rightfully so. The truth of the fact is, if he could say that in front of the people he's saying, that means it's already in his rhetoric. That means
Yep.
he says
Already.
that on a normal basis already because he was way too comfortable saying it. I don't want to hear this shit. Oh, he was probably caught in the moment. No, when you get caught up in the moment, you know to say the things and do the things that you know would trigger people or would cause a reaction out of people. I'm the type of bitch that likes to go off with the mouth too and with the hands. So I know when I get caught up in the moment that I'm gonna say whatever I know, whether you like it or not, that's gonna push your motherfucking buttons. And that's because that's the shit that I say on a regular fucking basis. Not because it just came to me in a moment's. Like I had an epiphany mid-argument like, oh, voila, bitch, no. I already had this shit.
She got practice. She sees it
ready. She was ready. So I just really appreciate the fact that there were so many people sticking out and just speaking up about the fact that this was fucked up. And shout out to, I forget, the Thomas something was the songwriter that did so much of the songs on his album that he released, but he's donating all of his royalties to the NAACP chapter in Nashville. Like he's like, I don't want nothing to do with like absolutely this. I don't stand by this. You know what? These I don't need these coins. The coins are for me. Like, cancel culture is different than someone getting the consequences of their action. This is a grown man who know fucking better. On top of this, y'all might have heard him before because in November he was supposed to be in SNL, but he was not in SNL because he was out turned up the night before. And he fucked that up.
Following the COVID restrictions.
Yep. Absolutely. So
it's a lack of accountability all around him. He has an aura of lack of accountability and the privilege.
It's privilege. Yes, absolutely. That's exactly what it is at its finest. So,
for those that are sticking up for him and still playing his music and still, because like his streams have gone up, like which is ridiculous. Like so, like his streams have gone up, his social media numbers have gone up. So clearly. Again, we see it time and time again, unfortunately, when a lot of people are trying to hold someone accountable, there's a select portion of this country and world that feel like, oh, this is against white culture. This is against me, and dig their heels in even harder for wrongness.
It's the January 6th people.
Is absolutely that. Right. It's absolutely that. So that's the part where I'm like, you know what the flip side of it. And unfortunately, he's going to be okay. And I don't know if he's going to ever really learn the lesson that needs to be had, you know, because he has folks sticking up for wrong. And that's why we run into like the hate crimes. This is why we run into the January 6th, because there's still a lot of it white, not all of it. There's other races and things like that that need to be held accountable and people that need to be held accountable. But there's this culture of privilege that still has a lack of accountability. And we continue to see these instances time and time again, and folks literally building walls around them to protect them for no reason. And it's upsetting to me. But,
privilege should not go unchecked in this country, and I'm tired of that being the case. I've been enjoying watching the news and hearing in Washington about them finding people who are in Washington that were at the Capitol January 6th, and they asked to
get them all.
I'm like, get them, get them, bitch! Like fucking Pokemon, gotta catch them all, bitch! Like,
kick down the door, waving the faux, kick them all down.
I'll be sitting there. It'd be 11 o'clock at night because the news come on a lot later because of the channels, you know, and whatnot like that, the time differences. Bitch, I'd be like 11:30 at night, club like, got him. We done got us one, y'all. Look, I'd be mad happy. I'd be sleeping good too. Like,
right. And then shout out, we'll get out of here, but shout out to Mark Cuban for sticking to his guns. And that's maybe a bad pun. Sticking to his wits.
Having big balls, Mark Cuban.
Ooh, I like big balls. But Lord help me. But for not playing the national anthem because he was sticking with his team, he was sticking for the principle of what the national anthem has kind of not even new narrative because the song is about slavery, quite honest. But sticking with trying to say, okay, if this national anthem is problematic for what it's standing for right now, we're not going to play it at our games. Unfortunately, and honestly, they haven't played it all season.
Mm-hmm.
They finally let about 1,500 people come watch a game, and that's how they found out that they haven't been playing it. It blew up, and now the NBA is kind of demanding them to play it. But it's awesome to see owners, because it's got to be at the top. It comes from the top down, to have principle, to have morals, to have accountability. So it's going to be interesting how this plays out. But shout out to Mark Cuban, especially in the state of Texas. I lived in Dallas for a few years, and I know that was probably a hard decision, because he probably knows that people ain't going to come to the games. They're going, especially that area.
Yeah.
But hey, it is what it is, and he stuck to his moral. He stuck to the promoters and uplift his team members, specifically the Black members of the team. So, but yeah,
that's what accountability looks like.
Absolutely, that's what we need more of. You're absolutely right.
Walk the walk.
But it's President's Day. I don't know what this holiday means, but I have the day off.
Obama.
Hey,
Biden, hey, Kamala. But
right, exactly. We got somebody in the White House that actually is presidential, so thank you for that.
That part. And until next week, have a good one. Mask up, wash your hands, wash your legs, wash your ass, and ciao.
Bye, y'all.